We're going to go over the four main steps for solving two equations. Right here, step number one, I need to make sure that one of my equations is solved for a variable. So step one here says solve one of the equations for a variable. Sometimes I don't even have to solve. Those are the best sort of equations. I have two equations written down here. First one, 2x plus 2y equals 38. That's good. Not solved for anything, though. It's just solved for 38. This one down here, y equals x plus 3. Bingo. I've got it. This is already solved for y, so I really don't have to do anything. My job's already done for me here. I'm just going to call this step number one. Good. Step number two. Take step number one and plug it into the other equation. Oh boy. So I need to take the other equation. So I take my 2x plus my 2y equals my 38. And since this is solved for y, I'm going to be plugging into y here. So I'm going to take 2x plus 2 times something that's going to be y equals 38. Now I need to take step one and plug it in. Step one was this guy, so y equals x plus 3. So instead of y, I'm going to write an x plus 3. Now I distribute. Nope, not going to even distribute. That's going to be step three. Time for step three. Step three says solve step two for an answer. So this right up here, I'm going to go ahead and solve. So I'm going to take 2x plus 2 times x plus 3 equals 38. We should be comfortable with this. Distribute my 2. So my 2 goes to x, 2 times x. My 2 goes to 3, and I get plus 6. Bring down my 2x here. Bring down my 38 here. These two x's turn into 4x plus 6 equals 38. I do minus 6 both sides. This is going to turn into 32. That'll cross out. I get 4x equals 32. I divide by 4 both sides, and I get x equals 8. Now again, I'm going to call this right here. This guy is going to be step 3. And I guess this whole thing could be called step 2. Step number 2. Step number 4. Take 3, this guy, and plug it into the equation step 1. Step 1, boom, that guy. So I'm going to take step 1, y equals x plus 3. And instead of x, I'm going to put an 8. So now I'm going to have y equals 8 plus 3. And that is 12. Now I have an x and a y, so I'll just report my final answer as an x comma y. So in other words, that'll be an 8 comma 12. And that's how we're going to solve two equations using our steps.